Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a Q&A as well as a few assumptions. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions and give me your assumptions, so that's why I said it's going to be a little mumble jumble. So I'm not going to go in any particular order. I just kind of like put everything together to make sure that I didn't have like overlapping questions. One of the main topics I got was Kim moving. Obviously, a lot of you guys were asking me like you will end up moving in with Kim and renting out a room at her place to help her out. Not at all. It is Kim and Carlos's first home. I'm not going to intrude. It's just we're at an age where that's not, like, I don't need to be with her at all times. I know that we are obviously obsessed with each other because we're best friends and we're always together, but she's driving distance from me, so I have no reason to have to move in with her or be with them, and they're going to be starting a family in like 1 to 2 years, so I really don't need to be in that situation. So, and I want to be on my own. I've always wanted to be on my own. Even like when I was in my early 20s, I always said I don't want a roommate. I want to do everything on my own. That's why I'm still at home, because I would rather be comfortable moving out alone than have a roommate, even though Kim is my best friend. But even her situation is just different because they have a home. So that's just letting it out there, because a lot of you guys were like, oh, are you going to be moving to like close to Kim or with Kim or all of that? And it's no, I'm going to be doing my own thing. She's going to be doing her own thing. What is the best thing about being a dog mom? I think for me, the best thing is, one, I get to see how much I've changed her life, but at the same time, like, I look at how much she's changing my life, because I think like, oh, I'm taking care of her, I'm making sure she's fed and she's taken care of and she's on a routine and she's feeling loved and all of this stuff. But at the same time, without her doing much, she's doing all these things for me. Not being fed, but you get what I mean, like being there for me emotionally. I think that's like the best part of it. How have you coped with weight gain? Because I also struggle with my weight and skin. I definitely went through, okay, so if you guys have been following me since the beginning of my YouTube, I started my YouTube because, not because I wanted to talk about fitness and I wanted that to be my lifestyle, but because that was what consumed me at the time and that's what I loved. And I was on this huge health weight loss journey, and if you followed, I had lost a lot of weight. And then I hit like a rough patch, and then I went through some depression and started binge eating and kind of lost track of like my goals and all that stuff. And so I definitely have gained some weight, more than I would like. However, I feel like because I know it's all under my control, I'm the only one who can stop eating or going to go work out or all this stuff. It's like, I can't not be comfortable. Like, I have to live with myself. And if I don't like it, I have to go change. It's one or the other. It's really, and so I feel like at this point, I'm just kind of like, okay, like, this is me. Like, I like me for me right now. And one day when I'm actually like sick of this shit, I will go and make a difference again, and it'll be okay. Would you prefer dating someone your age, older, or even younger? For me personally, I only like dating people who are either my age or older. I've always gone for older guys, or at least, I just poked myself, or at least the guys who act older, or you know what, actually not even really. I don't really go for younger guys just because, I don't know, it makes me feel weird. That's just a personal thing. It makes me feel weird. I like guys who are, I'm sorry, am I disturbing you? She's very angry right now because I'm crate training her, and her as in Clementine. I'm teaching her that it's a safe space, so I'm little by little putting her in her crate. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I don't go for younger guys. It makes me feel weird. Like, the second I feel like when someone tells me like, oh, I'm younger than you, and it's like 1 year is fine, but when I start to realize that you're a 96 baby and even younger, I'm like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Someone said this assumption and I laughed so hard, and they said, you've thrown hands before, aka got into a physical fight. I have never been in a physical fight in my entire life other than like my brother. But no, I will definitely curse someone out. I have no problem with that. I also have this issue where, not an issue, I personally love doing it, but I know a lot of my friends hate it when I do this. But like if someone pisses me off or if they're being stupid in front of me, instead of telling them to their face, I'll say it to my friend, but really loud so that they can hear me. So I'll definitely curse you out and I'll fight you, but I just don't see the point of having it to get physical. I think there was only one time I almost slapped a girl in like middle school because she was just so dumb. She went around telling people she had like cancer and all this stuff, but like she would tell like 3 different stories to like 10 different people, and then they would all come to me, and I was just like, you're stupid, because you're telling people you have cancer, but then you're telling people that you're moving, and then you're telling people that you're like, your dad's a doctor. And I'm like, okay, what is the truth? Do you even know? Did you immigrate here or are you first gen, and thoughts on it? So my grandfather on my dad's side, so my dad's dad actually got a working visa, came to America, was working here, and then he brought his family here, which was my dad and his sisters and my grandma. He basically proposed to my mom before he left Korea, and so then he went back with his mom to get the blessing, and then brought her over here, and then they had their wedding here, and then they had me. So I'm first generation. Someone asked if there's anyone special in my life. Sure, there's someone special in my life. Yeah, I do, yeah. Yeah. Next question. How do you know if someone is worth fighting for in terms of relationships and friendships? I think for me, the way I choose to fight for someone, or if I don't choose to fight for someone, is I am a very nice person until you cross me. But I am nice. Like, my patience for people I love is very, very, very broad. So for me, when I get to the point of I don't want to fight for it anymore, it's because you have endlessly disappointed me or done something to hurt me. But you should know when to stop fighting for someone if you feel like they stopped a long time ago. And in that whole situation, it's all about communication. So you should know when someone stopped fighting for you, because it should be pretty obvious, because you would have already asked them about it. Are you ever jealous of Kim moving at a faster pace, buying a home, engaged, etc.? I feel like in the beginning of Kim and I's friendship, when she started a YouTube and all of this happened for her, I think at the beginning I was more so jealous of the fact that she kind of figured out her life faster than me. I'm never jealous of her buying a home or her relationship. It's just because that's just a natural thing to happen. I can't sit, there's no point in sitting here and being jealous. But in the beginning I was jealous of her being able to basically like call it quits with her major, change her path, and like go to a university and graduate, and her work was amazing and all this stuff, and I was like stuck in nursing, and I was like, what the hell, like I'm not doing anything, and this sucks because I'm seeing you basically chase your dreams and all this stuff. Like, that's just dumb. It never created problems for us. Well, I guess it kind of did, because we were on different paths and she has such a different personality than me. But I'm never jealous of her getting a home before me or being in a relationship before me or anything like that. I mean, honestly, yeah, of course, like, I was jealous when she ended up dating Carlos, because I was like, damn, like, I want to be in a relationship. But it was like healthy jealousy, if you get what I mean. Other than that, no, I am so happy that they're engaged. Like, I've been waiting. Like, you guys don't understand. I have been waiting since the day that she told me that she was gonna go and like pretty much create their engagement ring. I was like, I'm so ready for this moment. Like, give me anything, like give me any type of opportunity to plan this, because I have to. When will you be moving into your new place? Also, will there be moving vlogs? Of course there'll be moving vlogs. There has to be moving vlogs. I feel like that's gonna be like one of the biggest milestones. I've had a few, but that'll be probably one of the biggest ones. I am not moving anytime like soon as in this winter, just because with COVID and everything, I have been starting to look around and call around and stuff like that because a lot of places are by appointment. But other than that, I'm not too sure exactly what day or what month it'll be. How has your family been with Clementine? It's actually interesting because when I got her, Kim was like, watch, I'm gonna give it a year. And Appa, my dad, will be sitting on the couch with Clementine. And surprisingly, he has already done that. And I've only had her for like, what, 2 months now? He still stays away for the most part. And he also tries to stay away when she's dirty, because when she's dirty, she kind of has a lot of dirt in her fur. And so that's when he gets a little bit more intense. But when she's like clean, he's like all up in her business. Like, not the way I am, but like will allow her to like sit next to him, and like he'll pet her. And like I gave her a bath a couple days ago and she was allowed to enter their room, and I was like, wow. So it's going really well. It's going really well. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? In 10 years, I'm 26. I just turned 26. So in 10 years, let's say 10 years exactly from now, I will have just turned 36. Wow, 36? Okay, by 36, I definitely want to be married, and I definitely want to have at least one kid, maybe working on the second one. I would have loved to open up a business of some sort. I'm not too sure exactly what, but I would love to. Maybe another dog. I don't know. A homeowner. I don't know where, but a homeowner for sure. I just want to be happy, you know? I want to be in a loving marriage and kids and, you know, a home and a business and just like overall happiness and like bliss. What are you looking for in a partner or a relationship? I look for someone who can care after me, and I don't mean like take care of me, like tuck me in, make me dinner, like not that. I mean like I spend a lot of time taking care of people. I spend a lot of my time making sure that other people are okay. And so for me, it's very important that the person I end up with is willing to give me that as much as I'm willing to give them that. Because I know when I fall in love, or if I end up dating someone, I'm like head in. Like I will do my everything to make sure that I'm there for them. Have you and Kim ever been in a fight? Not physical. If so, what happened? Kim and I have been in numerous fights. We've had a few. We have an inside joke where we don't fight between like, I think it was like February and March or something. Or something like that. We have like an inside joke where we don't fight in a certain period, because every time we fought in that time, we would like stop being friends. But yes, we fight. We are still friends, of course. Best friends still fight. But we've definitely gotten older and wiser, and we have a better understanding of each other. So I feel like we're in a better position. One day I'm sure we'll do like a Q&A with her and I, and it'll be interesting. But it was just, a lot of it was because we had such differences in our lives. Like just so much was going on. Because if you think about it, I've known her for 6 years now. And the first 3 years, she was building up her YouTube and Kim Tai and just whoever she was. I was lost as fuck. I mean, I didn't even figure out who I was until now. And then for the last 3 years of our friendship, she was in a serious relationship with Carlos, and now they're engaged. But being a part of that, I had to pretty much like take myself out of the equation for a little bit when they started dating, because it just got me so depressed, because I was alone and I wasn't dating and I was pretty much miserable. So we've had our fair share of fights, but that is way past us now. Are you doing YouTube full-time now? Yes, I am. A lot of you guys ask me about my job or what I'm going to be doing, or if it's because of COVID that I'm not working. I quit my full-time job in August, and I officially decided that I'm doing YouTube full-time. It is also the reason why, and I think it's truly a blessing, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have ended up rescuing Clementine. Someone asked, are you single? I am single. If I had it my way, if it was my world, I would not be single. But that's not up to me. That's up to the other person. What is your best advice on a toxic friendship and advice about letting go of that? I think letting go of a friendship is always hard. It's never going to be easy, and you're never going to get really over it. And I'm speaking from experience. Time heals a lot. Time does heal a lot. I would suggest you find closure. I tend to look for closure a lot later, and I feel like it hurts me. But find closure. Let it go and put it away and just look at it as good memories. Once you have that closure, don't think about the toxic. Don't think about why they were bad or why they were mean to you or whatever the situation is. Just look at it as a lesson learned. It was a good memory to have, and that's all. And then you move on. And I think that's the best thing you could do. This is the last question, but I actually think it's an assumption. It's you get tired of being the third wheel sometimes. I think it's funny that sometimes some people might see our friendship as like, oh, Michelle's a third wheel, but I actually don't feel like that at all. One, I think it has a lot to do with your own perspective. If you feel like the third wheel, one, it's them, but also it's you. Don't put yourself in the situation to feel third wheel. Like, if they ever made me feel like a third wheel, I would leave, because then I want to be in that situation. But they actually really don't. Kim and Carlos are like such close friends to me. Obviously, Kim is my best friend. And obviously, because she's dating Carlos, Carlos is a good friend. And every time I talk about my boy problems, or every time I have a personal issue, Carlos knows about it, because he is Kim's life. Like, they are each other's life. So it's bound to happen. So I know a lot of you guys have this weird, disturbing theory that like me and Carlos are something, or I like Carlos, and I think it's so rude and so disrespectful to even say that to me when I'm the best friend of Kim, who is his girlfriend. Like, it's just weird. I think it's so weird that you guys even say that. But Carlos is like a true brother to me. He literally reminds me of my brother, so that's even weirder. But he knows so much, and because we're such a close group of friends where we talk about everything and we know about everything, I never feel like a third wheel. I feel like I'm just talking to my friends. Okay, you guys, that's all for the questions, or assumptions, I guess. It was kind of all of it together. If you haven't watched it already, go watch my weekend vlog. It was really fun. It was basically just a food vlog. Also, if you couldn't tell, you're watching this today, which is Tuesday. I am moving around my Tell Me More episode. Usually it goes up on a Tuesday, but I'm starting to kind of play around with it and figure out my schedule for uploading. So there will be a Tell Me More this week. I just don't know exactly when, but look out for that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Come here, Clemmy. Good girl. Come here, baby. Good girl. Good girl. You did such a good job, and you're great today. Can you say hi? I love you.